dominating your fantasy league? Prove it.
Shaping up to be a great game between these two teams. There's no telling what might happen.
Enhance the game with 3 easy steps. Predict, compete, and win. Start now and play your first $20 risk-free. Only on WINVIEW.
Like I'm in a big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I built a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Do I got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rap on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Yes, we are live here on Thursday night. We ain't got no Thursday night football, but we always got a good old Miami Dolphins conversation, and we're about to have one. The Miami Dolphins 2022 opponents are set, and it is all about the quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be discussing some of the latest news. I wanted to go over the opponents that we'll be facing next year and the outlook for those teams. I know it's early, but since we got the information that came out yesterday, I want to go ahead and share it with you all. But before we do, let's go ahead and hit that like button. Let's see if we can get over 100 likes so YouTube can send the notifications to everyone, because they typically don't do that. So punch the like button real quick as we're getting all set and ready, and we will begin. All right, so and another thing, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. I mean, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow me. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Shout out to all the subscribers to the channel. We just hit another threshold. We're at 19,530 or something like that. So, which is crazy. That's like 200 in a week. So, welcome to the channel, all of our new subscribers who've tuned in lately. I hope I don't disappoint. And if I do, I'm sorry. I can only be me. But thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like button every time you come in the room. And appreciate the love and support as always. Shout out to all the members, though. Shout out to all the members. Chef Jew, one of our longest standing members, been 9 months since we started membership with the GOAT status, said, I'm still here. Happy birthday again, fam. I know Hillary and the kids surprised you with many gifts. Just wait for the off season. Just waiting for the off season. I appreciate you, man, and you are correct, man. You are correct, man. They took care of me yesterday. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. But I'm 37 now, and it's time to move on and have a great year. A great year, all right? What's up, Jolie? I see you. Ron, what's up, homie? Esteban in the building. What's good? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Did we get 100 likes? We almost there. We got 150. Well, let me see. About 173 people watching. Let's get the 100 likes so we can get started, y'all. Let's get the 100 likes so we can get started. So, and before we get started, I'm gonna address a few things. So, hit the like button so I can go into my little state of address, I guess. What's up, Quinte? Last name Bird 01. What's going on, man? Brandon Hudgens, I see you. Salute to you, man. We want our money back from Fuller. You ain't getting that back. You might still be giving them more. I mean, I'm still not. We'll see. All right, man. We 1 away from 100 likes and we'll get started. All right. We're 1 away from 100 likes and we'll get started. All right, so hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get 100, and then we'll go ahead and rock and roll. All right. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all love and support as always. So before we get down to business, I want to address some things, okay? There's a lot of people on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, DMs, Facebook and stuff, always sending me messages about other people who do what I do or other things, okay? And shout out to Ari, who's a member, said, TD, you are the GOAT. Thanks for the hard work. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Let me be clear about something with y'all, okay? Everybody who and I'm not talking about I'm pretty much not really talking about primary like YouTubers and stuff like that. And some of them may apply. But y'all do me a favor. Stop comparing me to other people. There's no need to compare me to other people. Everybody has their opinion. A has their opinion, B has their opinion, C has their opinion, all the way to Z. Okay. I just have mine and I'm going to do mine. Okay. So stop comparing me to other people. Stop adding me with other people. Stop adding me with Omar Kelly, adding me with Salguero, adding me with all kind of different people. Okay. Can you please stop? And another thing, stop comparing us. It's not even a fair comparison, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't compare me to anybody else. It's not a fair comparison. At least I found out today it wasn't a fair comparison. Stop comparing me to other people, okay? All right? I am not anyone else. They're doing their job and I'm doing mine. Let's just leave it at that, okay? I am proud of what we're doing over here and what we've built. We. Yeah, hopefully y'all notice I've said that. I am proud of what we do and what we've built over here. Okay? So stop comparing me to other people. Just so you know, as a YouTube family, the TDPHINSTALK family, please understand, we get more views than these articles that are written. We get more clicks than these articles that are written. Okay? So stop comparing. It's not even fair. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way. I don't have a newspaper backing me. I don't have a network and all of that backing me. I'm not an ex-radio host that has backing from all kind of people. I don't have all of that, but yet we still do it bigger and better. And I'm going to keep saying we. But when I say I don't have those things. I was never a radio host. I was never a beat writer. I was never an inside guy. Never. So I don't have that backing. I don't have direct access in the locker room and stuff. But we still do things big over here. So stop comparing me. Please. Stop comparing me. We built something special. Everybody in this community know about us because we've built something special. So please stop starting beef with me and other people. I don't even know them like that. I don't even listen to nobody else. I even sometimes be like, oh, I love your work, and I don't even listen to you. I'm about peace, not drama. I big up everybody's platform and everybody's channel, even when they talk down on me, because that's what we represent over here. So stop. Somebody said TD humble bragging right now. LOL. You darn right. But I ain't the one that's humble bragging. I'm telling y'all should be humble bragging because we built this. I didn't build this. We did. We made this. We made this. I take the time, read comments, interact one-on-one, texting a lot of y'all, all of that stuff. We built this. We don't have the backing of a newspaper and TV outlets and all of that stuff. We built this. So stop comparing me. It ain't even a comparison. This is like we made. We didn't need none of that stuff, and we still made something that is a huge voice in the community. As much as they trying to tear us down, boy, they want to discredit everything we do over here with the sly stuff. But like I say, we created this. So TD is, humble bragging or whatever it may be. No, I'm telling y'all can. Because if it wasn't for y'all, this would be nothing anyway. I'll be over here talking to 3 people. I will still be doing it, but y'all make this channel. Y'all make it as big as it is. Y'all make it what it is. As the haters come in and they go out, y'all still remain the same. And that's what people don't like, because we got real fans over here. You know what real fans are? Real fans agree and disagree with me and still stick around. Real fans don't get all in their feelings because you have a difference of opinion. That's why we continue to do bigger and better things and continue to grow, because we're full of real fans over here. Real fans will take, even if they don't want to hear it, they'll take the tough truths. It's real fans, man. Now, all those fans that fall in love with specific players and are diehard, they belong somewhere else. They don't come around here unless they want to talk trash, and we welcome them because they're not changing anything. They're not changing anything. So yeah, I'm humble bragging right now, as so should you, because I feel good about what we've done over here. I really do. And as much as they try to stop us from feeling proud about it, we just keep on punching them in the face with stream after stream after stream of just a Dolphin community rocking all together, man. It's just the most beautiful thing ever, man. Y'all don't understand, man. Shout out to Cap for Life dropping the big 100 bomb on me, man. He said, "Happy belated birthday, my brother. I always say this, but I want you to really understand that you are saying you are saving lives, and you don't even know it." I'm gonna go with saving lives. Cap for Life, I appreciate that, bro. Because believe it or not, when you say I don't even know it, I'm starting to realize that I am. Because you know another thing, and you know what, I'll be transparent and a little bit vulnerable right now. There's a lot that goes on this channel that many of you all don't even understand. You all don't understand how many of our fellow brothers and sisters are struggling with a terminal illness in the hospital that listen to me, and I go back and forth in conversations with them throughout the week. Y'all don't understand the people who are struggling about their life, whether it's worth living or not, that I go back and forth with constantly. And maybe I'm saying more than I should, but y'all don't understand the relationships that this channel has allowed some people to flourish under. Y'all, some of y'all don't understand the bigger picture. Sometimes, yeah, we talk our talk, we talk our trash, we argue, we debate, we have fun, we give analysis, we blah blah blah, whether you like it or not, whatever you want to call it. But there's some other things that's happening behind the scenes that is bigger than the Miami Dolphins. And you know what? I thank God, because I feel blessed sometimes for him to even put me in a position to have a responsibility to be able to communicate with certain people that might just be saving lives, might just be giving people joy while they're at their lowest point. And above all, somebody just put these words in the comment section. I didn't even read the comment, but I saw these 2 words: mental illness. You know how many people suffer from that get a release of just a peace in their life, just enjoying the streams? I love doing what we do. And I promise y'all, I would not be effective doing it if y'all wouldn't hear every time in the comment section going back and forth with me, whether it's an agreement or disagreement. I love doing this. Like I said a week ago, like the person said, TD humble bragging right now or whatever. Yeah, I am. Because like I said a week ago, stop comparing me to other people, because they ain't going live interacting with you every day. You know what they doing? Writing the article, putting some tweets up, and saying you ain't nothing after that. I enjoy spending time with y'all, because you know why? I could be doing other stuff, but this is my hobby. This is something I love to do. I do it more than I usually spend time doing a hobby, because it's could become more than that for me. So at the end of the day, I love y'all. I love y'all for rocking with me. I love y'all even if you didn't rock with me. I just love y'all. Y'all my extended family. And that's the truth. Shout out to the homie DDW. He ain't in here right now, but the homie Doug. Appreciate the birthday love yesterday. Shout out to everybody in the community that ain't about drama. Shout out to everybody, man. But I just had to say that real quick because y'all got to stop comparing people. It ain't even fair. It's not even fair. All right, man. Let's dive into what we here for. Some great content. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins 2022 opponents have been released. And I'm going to tell you now, this whole schedule is all about the quarterback. The schedule is all about the quarterback, man. Shout out to Aiden Boy. Said, happy belated TD. You're the real one. Sometimes I don't agree with all your takes, but still never miss one of your streams. And I always salute people that always say that. I always salute people that say that have a disagreement, but still have a level of respect. I love y'all, man. That's what's up, man. Some people forgot what that means to just have basic respect, disagree, and still move on. Our opponents are out here, okay? Next year. Shout out to the Bahamas, man. See, y'all making me keep reading the comment section. All right, I'm going to start reading the comment section for just a moment, and I'm going to focus on our opponents next year, all right? I sometimes disagree with what you say, TD. I love your channel. See, I can't stop reading, man. Oh, man. I can't stop reading them, man. Shout out to the homie EM. I see you, man. He been a stranger lately. EM ain't been around, y'all. He been scared to talk about what's been going on, man. He been scared to talk about it, man. Read us, TD. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm going to read the comment section, but let me dive into these opponents because it's not going to take long. But I got to talk about these opponents next year. And then we'll go forward. But it is the story of the quarterback, okay? We already know what our division holds. The Jets, they're up and coming. They'll be growing, but I'm not scared of them. Never will be, I don't think. Hopefully not. The New England Patriots, up and coming. They made the playoffs. I mean, they can keep going up. That's a concern going forward in the future. Buffalo Bills, looks like they've been taking over the division now. And we got to, deal with that until we can get a quarterback that can beat Josh Allen, and hopefully, we do that this offseason. And if we don't do that and we stick with Tua, hopefully he grows to a level where he can beat Josh Allen. I don't know. At the end of the day, no matter what happens this offseason, we just got to hope for the best. All right. So here's the home games, okay, outside of our division. And when I tell y'all it's the story of the quarterback, our whole schedule is the story of the quarterback. So you got the Cleveland Browns. Great team. They just ain't got a good quarterback. And their quarterback is arguably better than our quarterback. But see, and they're the prime example of what everybody's been talking about in Dolphin Nation that does not believe in Tua. You can put everything around the guy, but if you ain't that guy, it doesn't matter. Look at Baker. Everybody said if you just give him an O-line and give him some receiver weapons, all of the running game, all of that'll change. You got a top running back, a great O-line protecting. And he just is who he is. Am I wrong? This is why people automatically think because you give a quarterback everything around them, they'll be more. This is why I always tell y'all I only grade Tua off of the things he can control because it gives me the Baker Mayfield test. Okay, we finally got a play where it's a clean pocket and there's some separation, a wide open guy. Come on, Tua. Oh. That's the only thing I grade him off of because that's the Baker test. That's what I'm going to start calling it. Tua fails the Baker test, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect example of a guy who the whole fan base was crying about, put what he needs around him and he'll be better. And they did that. Not only did they did that at the top of the line. Running back, O-line, receivers, they did it at the top of the line. You don't get much better than what they put around them. And it ain't matter. It ain't matter. But we got the Cleveland Browns at home. They may be moving on from Baker Mayfield. They have a good team. They have a good team. Will they find the right quarterback? That's all it is. Let me put it like this. Imagine Kirk Cousins in Cleveland. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? Imagine Kirk Cousins in Cleveland. And we talk about the AFC, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, which we are in. I would really like to know what y'all think about that, a Kirk Cousins in Cleveland. Teams can actually get better from this quarterback situation. As Joshua says, what's up, TD? Happy birthday, belated birthday. I love your channel. Me and my wife always have a good laugh and look forward to your content. Salute to you, Joshua, and special shout out to your wife. I'm glad y'all watched together, and I'm glad y'all laughing together. That means y'all got some good health at home, man. And I wish y'all the very best and happiness and laughter and joy. All right. And I love hearing stuff like that. It's beautiful. All right. But listen, y'all, this is my point, man. Baker Mayfield go to Cleveland. Kirk Cousins go to Cleveland. Just imagine. And we don't know what's going to end up in Cleveland, but I'm just giving y'all an example. Okay. So we got Cleveland, and that ain't going to be an easy task, okay? Then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Gosh, oh gosh, another good team, good defense. They dealt with a lot of injuries, but they still a good defense. Ben probably ain't going to be there next year. Another situation of the quarterback. Who's going to fill that spot? Could you imagine a Russell Wilson? Could you imagine a Kirk Cousins? Could you imagine, Aaron Rodgers? Could you imagine something like that going to Pittsburgh? Oh, my gosh, how much better they could be. Ain't it funny how all these teams that's loaded, that's about to move on from their quarterback, certain quarterbacks coming in would definitely make them better? Because Ben getting old. We got to deal with the Steelers. Another quarterback situation, y'all. What's next? The Green Bay Packers. It still ain't out the works that Aaron Rodgers might return, especially if he win a Super Bowl. They win a Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers might return, y'all. Just keeping it 1,000. If they win a Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers might return. And even with this roster, that's one that they're going to automatically put down as an L for Miami Dolphins. Or maybe they move on to Jordan Love, then we got a shot. You see how the quarterback makes a difference? Or they bring in Russell Wilson, or they go get a Kirk Cousins themselves, or they, I don't know. But it's a quarterback situation. I'm showing y'all right now, all of these teams we play, it's going to come down to the quarterback situation. Then we got Minnesota, and I done use their quarterback in every example I can make. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota, they got a good team, young receivers that, they going to give you the same fits Tennessee gave us because they got receivers that can make plays regardless of our secondary. Your secondary could be great, but at the end of the day, good defense is always defeated by better offense. But will Kirk Cousins stay? Or will they upgrade at quarterback? And the thing about that team is Kirk Cousins ain't no bum, so he worth plenty of assets. He worth a few first-round picks. So they at least going to come up and get more talent on that team and probably still go get them a good quarterback because they're looking to upgrade. Because if you're not looking to upgrade, then what's the sense of moving on from Kirk Cousins? The only way they move on is if they can upgrade. So that's why you got to look at potentials like Russell, Aaron. It's all about the quarterback next year, y'all. Then you got the Houston Texans. We can automatically mark that as a W, or can you? And we're going to do a stream tomorrow about Flores and Watson potentially leading that franchise next year. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I don't even know what to expect from Houston because they at least competed this year. David Mills looking decent, but they at least competed this year. They fired their coach, and if Flores goes there, we're going to do that stream tomorrow. And that's our home games. It's all about the quarterback. It's all about the quarterback. Now let's talk about the games we got to go on the road. So Baltimore Ravens look like they're going to be wanting their revenge. They're going to be at home. They didn't forget what we did to them last year. But at the same token, they were banged up. Let's be fair about Baltimore. They were a guaranteed that Baltimore Ravens were a guaranteed playoff team, and they got so banged up. Even with their bad secondary getting banged up, they still should have made it if Lamar was there. But since he wasn't, they didn't. But they're going to be healthy next year. They're going to be looking for revenge. We'll see what we get out of it. Will we even have a coach that believes in running that much zero blitz? Or will you have a coach that just want to bend but not break and put more onus on the offense? Interesting. Who else we got? Cincinnati freaking Bengals. Man, y'all can go ahead and put that L up. Young team. Ain't doing nothing but getting better. Young quarterback who's a freaking dog. We better upgrade that coach and bring in an elite quarterback. We think we're going to win that game. Cincinnati freaking Bengals. They're going to be a huge test. And I hope our offseason makes me give my prediction video and I change that L to a W. I hope so. Because we're going to have a really good offseason to feel like we're going to come in the next year beating the Bengals. Ken Dyer with the donation said, as a Patriots fan, I just don't understand how the Dolphins fire Flores. He built a really good defense and was saddled with a mediocre QB and Tua. Everybody sees it, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone sees it. Everyone sees it. Somebody said, LOL, saying an automatic LTD, you are too much. Man, I'm keeping it 1,000 right now. Yeah, we can go out there and shock them and win the game, but put that L on it. Hold that L. This team constructed right now will not be able to keep up with Cincinnati Bengals from a point standpoint. The Cincinnati Bengals going to put up points. Even with a good defense they play against. Cincinnati's the offense is better than Tennessee's offense, and they dropped over 30 on us. So this offense right now is not constructed to put up points. Whether you want to blame the O-line, whether you want to blame the run game, whether you want to blame the receivers, or you want to blame the quarterback. This offense ain't constructed to put up points. Cincinnati going to put up points. So like I said, we're going to have a banging off season for me to feel different. I'm just keeping it 1,000. We always talk about Herbert last year, how amazing he was, but we forgot Joe Burrow. The only reason he ain't strike out there because he got hurt. Now look at him. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. These kids are just automatically special. They already get the stamp of special. Like just special. And it amazes me. All these Burrow and Herbert haters, they always say they have bad games too. And I don't know how many times I got to explain to y'all. Every quarterback has bad games, but there are levels to this. There are 17 games in a season. The great quarterbacks have 2 to 3 bad games a season. Then they give you about 7 average to good games. But they sure as heck give you by 6 to 7. Man, they different. Man, they are different. They are amazing. And we out here fighting over a guy who give you 7 bad games a year. Let me not be unfair. I ain't gonna call them bad. 7 underwhelming games a year. By 9 good to good games a year. And no greats. No game to make you be like, this dude is different. None. That's the difference. They all have bad games. But some have more than others. And some have phenomenal game-changing, just on another level game. We don't even know what they look like in a Dolphin uniform in the last 100,000 years. We don't even know what they look like. We don't even know what a great, like, oh my God, game look like. Even when our quarterback scored 4 touchdowns, it's always a situation where the defense gave it to you on the 7. That's 1 touchdown. The defense gave it to you on the 30. That's another touchdown. Always stuff like that. It's special versus non-special. It's that simple. See, they don't like me because I tell the truth. They don't like me because I tell the truth. They don't like me because I tell the truth. It's that simple. All right, let's keep going. Chicago Bears. I don't know what to expect over there. Solid team, but at the same token, figuring out the quarterback. I don't know if I'm the biggest Justin Fields guy. I got to let time pass and see how that turns out. I haven't watched him enough to really critique him or give a real a fair opinion, but I'm just not sold. I'll just put it like that. And that's a winnable game, but who knows? Maybe Flores goes there, tighten up that defense. I don't know. But again, that's a matter of the quarterback. Are they sold? Tua putting up Cutler stats, and Cutler didn't care. Don't say Cutler over here, man. That's cursing. Who's next? Detroit Lions. The worst team in the NFL. The Detroit Lions. What are they going to do at the quarterback position? Are they good? That's a team where you hope you can guarantee, which I would preseason. I would guarantee. But they got the capital. They got they're going to be trying to build that team. We'll see what happens out of it. But so far, I've seen 2 teams where it's like, okay, I feel good about. 2 teams, and I only got 2 more to mention. Next up, the Los Angeles freaking Chargers. Oh, my gosh. Somebody throw it up. Somebody throw it up. Throw it up. Once again, just a quarterback on a whole different level. And you know what they could for. You know what? The Chargers were like the last year Tennessee to me. Offense wasn't the issue. Their defense was just trash. Their defense was just too much trash. They put up 30 points and lose games, just like when Watson went 4-12. Put up 30 points and lose games. And when I say what I'm saying, y'all have to understand, I'm talking about with the offseason. Chargers did everything they needed to do for their offense, right? Okay, offense set. What you think they're going to be focusing on next year? They signed a lot of them guys on offense fresh. They got a few more years together. What you think they're going to be focused on next year? Straight up defense. Making that defense better. So when they focus on that, they're automatically going to be a better team. I don't see that offense taking any steps backwards. Matter of fact, they should get better. The offense should get better. And they'll focus on defense in the offseason to make it better. They're going to be tough too next year, for the years to come. Shout out to Sith Lord, said, TD, be careful. YouTube going to censor you for telling the truth. Hey, it's the price we pay. Ronnie said, who autograph would you want Tua? Whose autograph would you want? Tua, Herbert, or Burrow? All three, honestly. I would want all three of them. Big Drip said nobody has time or crayons to illustrate Tua. The reason why I would want all three, I would want Tua's autograph because I believe in the underdog sometimes. And don't get me mistaken whatsoever. Tua certainly is the underdog, ladies and gentlemen. There ain't nothing to believe there. Against any big dog he go up against, there ain't nothing to believe. But I love the underdog effect. So I would want Tua's autograph just in case he just turns the corner next year and he becomes Drew Brees, like they always try to compare him to. He becomes great. I would want his autograph just for the possibility, because great things do happen. Shocking things happen, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for beautiful, like, surprises. So I would want his autograph as an investment that I have to understand going into it may not pay off. Now, between Herbert and Burrow, that's tough. I got to be honest with y'all. Herbert been balling both years, and he that dude. But I got to be honest with y'all. Burrow, with a less sample size than Herbert, sure as heck is catching up or has caught up. And there's a piece in me whenever I just see him on the field. He might have passed Herbert. For me, my rankings. He might have passed Herbert. I think Herbert made a huge case in that loss and that went to overtime. Oh, my gosh. That's the heroic, crazy, great stuff I be talking about. What Herbert did in that overtime game. That's that crazy stuff we ain't never getting with Tua. Don't even get used to it. But miracles happen. I did say that like 1 minute ago. Miracles do happen. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm loving Burrow, man. As a evaluator, I'm loving Burrow, man. And what I see from that kid, Burrow. Yeah, he real. He real. He's real. But Herbert is too. I just see a little more pro consistency in Herbert. I don't know, just my take, man. Just my take, They both great, man, already. But Burrow, he's that's just me, and I could be wrong, but I just, for some reason, you could have said 6 months ago, who would you have taken in the draft? Everybody would have said Herbert, but I'm right back to Burrow now. I'm sorry, I'm back to Burrow, and they're both great, and it ain't far, but look like his career is gonna have the edge, bro. Or sis, I don't want to be sexist, Y'all hit that like button. We got 502 people watching. We only got 245 likes. Let's try to get 300 likes, all right? That boy's serious, man. Let me go with the last one. San Francisco 49ers. We play them next year. It's a quarterback situation again, but you talk about a playoff team that, ended up more successful than us. We gambled trying to trade draft picks because we thought we were going to the playoffs this year, but we didn't. So we lost that battle, but thank God, not by much. Hopefully, if they lose in the first round, but if they keep winning, oh my gosh, it just hurts and hurts, and it's getting worse. Let me tell y'all what I am frustrated about. Well, let's talk about San Francisco. First of all, we can beat them, but again, their defense is nice, and we got to see if how that offense turns out next year, because they could have a new quarterback too, man. I'm telling you, our schedule is all about the quarterback next year. We don't know what to expect because half of these teams will have a new quarterback potentially. Now, let me tell you what I'm mad about with the San Francisco thing. I'm not mad about the trade because we still profited. We traded with San Francisco, but what y'all got to understand is we moved from 3 to 12 or 13, whatever when it was, back to 6, right? But we picked up an extra first rounder and an extra second rounder in the future. So we're going to profit no matter what. I was just mad that they got a better draft pick. I mean, they're going to get a better draft pick than us since we swapped this year. Because look, even if you want to trade for a quarterback like Watson or somebody, the pick is getting less and less valuable, and we might have to give up more capital. Okay. But if you want to build around Tua, all of these picks, we ain't gonna have none that's like, oh, you're getting like the best at the position. Not at no O-line. Not at no wide receiver. You see what I'm saying? We might end up at number 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, depending on how far they go. I mean, you ain't getting the best at a position that we need. You ain't getting the best tackle nor guard. You probably ain't even getting the best 2 or 3 at that number. You ain't getting the best wide receiver. Now, you may, if you in the market for a running back, but is there a running back that we're like, oh, is it like a Jonathan Taylor out there? Nah, listen, ladies and gentlemen, somebody just put this in the comment section, and I don't want to hear it. They said deep O-line draft. No, I don't want to hear that. At the end of the day, when it comes to the O-line, you got your elite dogs that everybody know is top 1, 2, or 3. And you got, it's loaded though, a lot of talent. Nah. Because we could bring in a guy, no. I don't want to hear nothing about no deep O-line. I don't want to hear it. O-line is the scariest position to draft, in my opinion. That's why I'm an advocate of free agency for the O-line. I can't stand drafting O-linemen because a lot of times, like this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Take Alabama's O-line, for instance. 5 guys, right? They were the best 5 guys in high school. Pretty much, right? When defenses scheme against them in the regular season, they don't know which one weak. All they know is the best 5 coming out of high school. So you send traditional straight up rushes. You got just a unit working together. And when you got elite next to elite, you could slip on the play, but the other guy got your back. But when you got elite next to trash, you can slip on that play and it's going to show. So they always look good. They always look great. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them are just great. But nah, I don't trust O-linemen in the draft. Never have, never will. Never have, never will. There's always 1, 2, maybe 3 that, okay, you feel like it's a guarantee, and 2 of those 3 end up being guarantees. But after that, it's all rolling dice. It's all rolling dice. So, and y'all want to bring in more draft picks. We got a left tackle at number 24. Yeah, I like this guy. Then we start playing football. Oh my gosh, they never could get this person in O-line. No, this is what y'all asked for. It ain't a perfect science. At this point, get your O-lineman in free agency. Pay some money. Spend some money. Unless you're about to get a mobile quarterback that can get in and out of stuff on occasions. See, let me say this too. So say you have 100 plays, right? No, let's just go in a game. Let's say you run 60 plays and 35 of them are passing plays, right? Let me help y'all out. So typically out of those 35, there's some type of pressure generated on about 20 of them, okay? Because some of them you got clean pockets. And let's just go averages here. Don't worry about the Dolphins. So you got about 20 plays where you got some type of pressure is generated. I ain't saying so If it don't get there, I ain't counting it. I'm talking about you get about 20 plays where a quarterback does get pressured, okay? Now, 2 of those 20 end up being sacks. 12 of those 20 end up being hurries. All that good stuff, right? See, here's the difference. Out of those 20 plays, 7 of them are usually converted, completed, or whatever, because it's tougher, pressure and all of that. About 7 out of those 20 are usually completed. When you add 2 sacks, that's typically what it is, right? Unless you're a dink and dunk team and you hurrying up and getting rid of it, that's different. But the difference with a great quarterback and a, whatever quarterback, the great quarterback might get you 4 more of those plays converted a game. And that is a small number, y'all. The great quarterback is still going to be pressured, still going to be running for his life, still going to look bad because of the O-line, but they might get you 4 more conversions a game. And that ain't nothing. That's a small number. But the problem that people don't realize is those 4 plays, one of those plays kept the chains moving versus the average guy that caused the punt. Another one of those plays ended up being a freaking touchdown, i.e. Patrick Mahomes, i.e. Aaron Rodgers, i.e. Lamar, the guys that get out of crazy stuff and then it's like, oh, I got a wide open guy because nobody expected him to get out of that crazy mess. This is the difference in games. It's not just the sound play of bam, unless you're Brady and unless you got the brains and the smarts and all of that, all the intangibles to be a great pocket quarterback and moving and shit. That's rare. We don't want to put anybody up to Brady. We don't want to compare nobody with Brady, right? Because it's fair. It's certainly unfair to compare Tua or any young quarterback to Brady, right? But let's talk all the other quarterbacks, Josh Allen, all of them. That sometimes that be the difference in the game. They all out there doing the same things somewhat. Some of them are not, but I'm just trying to be fair here, right? Sometimes that's the difference in the game, man. Sometimes that's the difference in the game. Those 4 more improvisational plays. That's what Patrick Mahomes lives off of, man. That's what Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, all of these guys, their ability to improvise and get out of pressure to that degree is what makes the difference. Did you see Tua in the Patriots game? Those 2 big runs he made? He had a game where it helped make a difference in that area, right? But them guys do it every week. That's the level of stuff they do every week. And it makes all the difference. Appreciate you, Scummy. Somebody says spamming isn't acceptable. They spam in the comment section, man. Appreciate y'all. And mods, y'all already know what time it is. Anytime they start doing that crazy stuff, just say, hey, TD, man, they spamming up the comment section. And you know what we go to at that point. We hit that subscriber only. And we rock like that. Because our subscribers aren't ignorant. We don't have ignorant subscribers that do ridiculous stuff. Where you think Flo going? I have no clue. All these speculations, I have no clue. Tua is the guy, TD. Well, we know he ain't the guy. Now, whether or not he'll be playing here next year, at this point, I don't know because Flores' situation threw a whole wrench and all kind of stuff. But we know he ain't the guy. But whether or not he'll be playing here next year, that's a different story. We don't know now. We should go for the best O-line option in the draft. No more than 2. It's like a parlay. The chances of hitting all of them are slim the more you pick. Yeah, but the problem is it's still it's still gonna be hard when you got a later pick. Still gonna be harder, man. Flores is the Bills' new DC. YouTubers were pissed that they lost access to sources in the building when the head. Huh? When the head of digital media got fired. That's why they are smearing him with digital media. Color, you're gonna have to elaborate. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Take this off the screen real quick. But yeah, man. Like I said, that's our schedule though. That's our schedule. As far as next year, it ain't an easy schedule, just depending on what quarterbacks land on what team. But we'll see how it all turns out. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the stream tomorrow, where we grade all the coaching candidates. We're gonna do that tomorrow. That's my plan, at least, to do that tomorrow, where we'll grade all the coaching candidates. We'll pull them up on the screen together. We'll go through their resume, and we'll talk about each one of them, and we'll talk about what they can bring to this team potentially, and we'll grade them, and we'll see what grades we have at the end of the day. We'll hire a coach, and we'll sit back and see if our front office does the same thing, or if they don't. And we'll rank them, and we'll see how far off we were. Right? That's what we'll do. We'll see how far off we were. All right. Before I get out of here, because I didn't plan on being with y'all too long tonight, I just wanted to do that. But I'll go ahead and answer some questions. If you have any questions in the comment section, I'll put them on the screen, and I like to answer them. Comments and questions, I'll put them up, and I'll give you the best answer that I possibly can, as detailed as I possibly can. This is your opportunity. Ask away. So I'll wait on y'all questions, and then I'll handle them for you guys. All right. I don't know why these people keep saying this. TD was ducking the AFC East roundtable. I've never ducked the roundtable. It was my birthday yesterday, so I didn't attend. And the week before, I attended the second half of it. It's just a shame that all y'all, you know what? Buffalo Bills fans, Patriots fans, and Jets fans talk about, oh, why didn't you show up the week before when you got eliminated? Do y'all only watch the AFC East roundtable to see me? Because I showed up for the second half, and y'all keep saying that I didn't show up. So when you didn't see me there, you just turned it off. Is that what it is? I'm just curious, because I showed up for the second half. I was on the road driving during the first half down to Miami. So I don't know what some of y'all talk about. All right, let's go ahead. All right. If Watson don't come, should we trade Kenny? Should we draft Kenny Pickett? How you gonna get Kenny Pickett? You don't think he gonna go in the top 10? How you gonna get Kenny Pickett? I'm just curious. How you gonna get Kenny Pickett? That's my answer. What's it gonna take for Greer to get fired, TD? Stephen Ross selling the team. Stephen Ross selling the team. Would you trade for Mike Tomlin and pay money? Yeah, I would trade for Mike Tomlin. He'll let his defense and his identity continue, switch up a little bit, but he'll, keep it quite similar. I mean, y'all think did Pittsburgh move on for Mike Tomlin or something? TD, how different do you believe the current roster will change? NFL average is 25% per year. You taking the over-under on this one. What say you? I'm going to take the under because you got a new coach. And we got so many young players. So I'm going to take the under for the Dolphins. But again, it depends on what coach we bring in. But based off of right now, I'll take the under. Watson or bust. Well, it's a good chance we might be busting at this point. We might very because listen, man. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do that stream tomorrow. Would Xavier be a good fit for the Chargers? Xavier Howard would be a good fit for any team because he'll allow them to do more in the front. Again, he's getting older though, so I don't know what he's gonna look like under different circumstances. I feel like y'all, I ain't trying to be down on any other defensive players we got because we got some really good players. But I ain't gonna lie, some of our players get an extra bump in how they look because of the scheme we run. You saw the first 8 games. If we really had a lot of individual dogs on this team, in them first 8 games, you would have saw a way better performance just from a athletic standpoint, just from a talent standpoint. Flores built a defense where collectively they all make each other look good. But I got to be 1,000 with y'all, man. It ain't many like dominant just dogs on this team. Well, this person was ranked 5th in PFF and 3rd in PFF and blah, blah, blah. It's the scheme we run. It's the scheme we run. You zeroing out at the line of scrimmage, even if you don't send them and you back out of it. O-line, like, I don't know who I got. So when you hike the ball, I'm just going to stick my arms out and figure out who I'm going to engage with first. But that gives all these guys an advantage on their first move. I'm just keeping it 1,000. That's why I like the overall unit we've created. And I'm a fan of this process. I'm a fan of this style. Create a system in a unit where everybody look good. I want y'all to think about that. Jalen Phillips looked good in this system. Ogbah looked good in the system. Zyler, Raekwon, Christian, Byron, Xavier, both safeties, Nick Needham, Jerome on the edge looked good. Landon Roberts even looked good. Do you think everybody's that good? The scheme we run allows all of them to look good because maybe this play ain't yours, but that one is because of how I'm telling y'all. And I love this style, by the way. It's a unit defense where everybody does their job and everybody's going to ultimately eat. Don't try to do more than you need to. The only guys who have solo responsibility on that team, the only guys that have solo responsibility that are vital is Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. They are the only ones that are not a product of the system because the system is actually reliant on their success. Because if they're successful, it allows us to do more up front. When they don't need help, we can run this system. They are your valuable pieces on defense. Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. Take away one of them, the defense will not be able to operate the same. It won't. It just won't. I mean, I want y'all to think about it. This defense wasn't this good until Byron Jones came. Not just because of Byron Jones, but the way that the system is set up. We need 2 guys on the boundary that don't need safety help all the time, which allows our safeties to run free, which means the running back got to account for the safety. Where is he if I'm in a blocking assignment? But then you got the opposite safety but where is he? Now if I'm accounting for the safety, who's accounting for the linebacker? We make offenses guess too much. Y'all don't understand. When we look like we're going to run a zero, even if we don't run it, everybody on that O-line is like, man, oh well. I'm just going to run the basic protections. Why do you think we always have defensive linemen backing out in coverage? Look at this. We had a nose tackle play defense in the secondary. Remember Zyler or whatever was running with his back turned and blocked the pass? Because an O-line at the line of scrimmage guessing like, oh my gosh, everybody up here, I don't know who I have. Well, conventional wisdom, I probably got Zyler if I'm going to ignore everybody else because he's the big guy. Oh, Zyler's in coverage. Jerome snuck through. I mean, that's what our defense is. That's exactly what it is. I'm starting to believe now we won't get Watson. Ross definitely threw a huge wrench in everything. That's a huge possibility. But again, we need to let this offseason play out. TD, why do people compare Tua to Allen? Tua doesn't have the physical abilities Allen has, and plus Allen was considered raw. Yet Tua was considered day one starter at best. They're gonna compare him. Let me put it like this. When people argue for Tua's sake and compare Josh Allen or Drew Brees to Tua Tagovailoa, that is actually them admitting that Tua look like trash right now. I want y'all to really think about that. When they say things like, but look at how Josh Allen started and look at how Drew Brees started, they're admitting Tua looks like trash right now. And they're hoping that he can have a Josh Allen or Drew Brees turnaround, right? But let's break that down. If you're a quarterback that start out trash like that, you got to go to the stat sheet and show at least 300, 400 rushing yards where you got the physical traits and ability to make up for your indeficiencies as you grow, as you develop. Most of these quarterbacks, they have that in their arsenal, and that's why teams were willing to continue with them and allow them to grow because they at least made enough plays with their legs to look serviceable. Like Tua on Sunday when he ran the ball for the 23 yards. That was huge for us, right? Only problem with Tua is it's rare. Josh Allen did it all the time. And Josh Allen also shrugged off pressure all the time. Guys sacking him, big body, shrugging him off, fighting through stuff. So when you see those attributes, you're like, he's struggling, but you know what? We can give him another year because he's still making up for it a little bit. Drew Brees didn't have the physical attributes. He was short, just like Tua. He wasn't accurate. He threw picks. He blah, blah, blah. Drew Brees is the more fair comparison for Tua. So if you want to say, well, look at how Drew Brees was, that's the only fair one. Stop saying Josh Allen or any quarterback that had physical attributes. Drew Brees may be the only one, right? But here's the deal. For every one Drew Brees that start out trash and end up becoming Drew Brees, there are 50 John Becks or Pat Whites. That's what they don't want to talk about, though. Yeah, but look at what Drew Brees did. Drew Brees started out looking like trash. Just like the 50 other people in a 5-year span that start out looking like trash. And Drew Brees the only one come out of that. Out of the guys that started out looking like trash. They always are comparing a 1 in 50 chance. 1 in 50. Odds are in this league, if you start out trash, you're going to end up trash. Odds. They always picking the one-off. Look at Drew Brees. Well, Peyton Manning threw. They always talking about the one-offs, but they don't want to mention how many quarterbacks started just like Tua and other quarterbacks, but that is all they were and nothing more. But I always told y'all, Tua ain't trash. I just know Tua ain't a difference maker. Now, y'all can argue some of these guys are better than Tua or worse than Tua, but Tua's just there for me. Tua is the Sam Darnold. Tua is the Jimmy Garoppolo. Tua is the Baker Mayfield. Tua is, it's just always with Tua is the Teddy Bridgewater. Tua is the, I ain't gonna say him. He at least put up a lot of yards. He's all of those guys. They ain't bums in this league, but you come to find out, yeah, but they just can't be the franchise quarterback. You know what their title should be? Franchise wasters. The time wasters. They're like the official time wasters. They are the official time wasters. They're not trash, so you're going to let them live out their rookie contract, but they're, and gosh, you're like, I think we got to move on with a contract. They're the official time wasters. The guys that hold up a spot in your franchise for a while and you always point to what's around them and not them. And it keeps buying them time because you just don't want to give up hope because you've seen so much trash. You've seen your Pat White, your John Bay, you've seen all those guys. And you're like, they're not them, though. You're so used to trash that you get average and you cherish it. I think I'm on to something. That's what it is, Dolphin fans. We're so used to trash that when we get average, we cherish it. We cherish it. You're better than what we've been through. You're still an upgrade. You may not get us to the promised land, but we haven't had this level in a while. What did you say? Flores is messing with you? No, Flores, you gotta go. We haven't had this in a while. This has to be over you. We can get many views. You're replaceable, but we haven't had this in so long. Even this. It's like a sun shower in the desert. Oh, are you okay? It's okay. Yeah, he can't talk to people like that. That's right. He can't talk to people like that. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm killing myself with that one. Oh man. Oh yeah, it's okay. Flores, we're not gonna let him talk to people like that. It's okay. You okay? It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna clean you up. We're gonna clean you up. It's okay. Oh my gosh, man. That's what's going on, man. And I think that's what's happening in Miami. We've seen so many trash quarterbacks that when you get average and it's better than what you had, hey man, let's just make sure, man, because this might work out for us. Let's not screw this up. We can't do no better. Hey, let's not screw this up. TD drinking tonight. Man, I ain't had a drink since that stream. I had a drink. Okay. No, man, I'm just telling the truth, man. You're wrong, TD. No, I'm saying, am I really, like, even though I'm wrong for doing what I just did, but am I wrong? That's what it seems like. Am I wrong? And maybe I am wrong. Because if we acting like that, then the pure notion of an upgrade is scaring people. Watson? No, man, I don't know Watson. Like, oh my gosh. It's scaring people. We should be running for any upgrade. I still can't get over that report in the locker room. Tua clapback at Flores, but it doesn't sound like a clapback. What did he say? You can't be talking to people like that. Like, I played that scenario in my head a million times. Like, what does that sound like? Like, how do you tell somebody you can't talk to people like that and be clapping back? You can't be talking to people like that. I just can't even act it out. In words, man, and I ain't gonna lie, there are certain words that can get, Flores can, go over the top maybe. I don't know, but I think Flores was just straight up hard nosed, man. Y'all playing like some, can't say that word. Y'all playing like some softies, man. At the end of the day, y'all, grow some or whatever. Tighten, I don't know. I probably don't really want to repeat what I think he probably was saying. And two, like, you can't talk to people like that. Just a tip for the comedy show, TD. Sith Lord, man. These ain't jokes. These ain't jokes, man. Y'all, this stuff come to my head, but it was real what I said. It may sound funny, but it was real. I was serious. That was just an analogy. That's what we doing. That's what we doing, man. It may sound funny, but I'm serious what I'm saying. TD, as a Bills fan, I love you, brother. Keep it real. Can you see Tua as a New York Giant? I say he's a step up from Daniel Jones. I cry watching the G-men play. Yeah, I put him a step up from Daniel Jones for sure. Again, and that's the frustrating thing about Tua Tagovailoa. I evaluated his game, and I like to think I was one of the fair people that evaluated his game because I was talking about all his flaws before anybody else. Everybody said that what I was saying didn't exist. Then analyst after analyst after commentator started to see him, started to say it, started to say the exact things I've been saying pre-freaking draft. And I tried to tell people I was one of the few people who actually analyzed Tua unbiasedly. Let me tell you why. When we first started our roundtables and Reason, EM, and everybody was like, Tua's that dude, they're going to get Tua. I never said anything negative. I sat back for about 2 months and never said anything about Tua Tagovailoa. You know why I never said nothing about Tua Tagovailoa? Because I ain't even know who Tua Tagovailoa was. I wasn't a college football guy like that. If you ain't the Hurricanes, I don't care. I didn't even pay attention to college football like that. I watch all the Hurricanes games, all of them just about. And when I'm sitting here, I'm watching them on the panel, and that's another reason why I love them on the panel. I was like, y'all know this stuff better than me. This is the off-season draft time. I mean, it wasn't draft time yet. This was like fresh off the off-season. I'm like, y'all talking, y'all giving education to the people. That's what this channel is here for. And I'm like, who is this Tua guy? That might be our franchise quarterback. I got to go learn this guy. I didn't care nothing about Tua. I didn't even know much about his national championship heroics. I ain't know nothing. So what did I do? I went and said, let me go watch some Tua Tagovailoa. This might be my next quarterback. So I'm watching Tua, and I had learned my lesson fresh off of Tannehill. I even told myself, whoever our next quarterback is, that's not a bridge, I am going to be hyperly critical of them. That's why EM always joked with me, oh, you thought Rosen was going to be our franchise quarterback. And I told y'all the truth about that. Soon as we traded for Rosen, I did that stream. I was humping, yeah, we got our future quarterback. I was just excited. I ain't know nothing about Josh Rosen. I said, well, if they drafted him, in Flo we trust and all of that mess, I'm like, well, maybe they think they found something. He might be our next guy. I got excited again. I got excited all over again, and I told myself, look at you, talk about next quarterback, you're going to be critical, and you wouldn't about Josh Rosen. You right away, yeah, we got our next guy, being a fan. And I was glad that shortly lived because it told me, oh, yeah, you need to stick with your guns and be critical of your next quarterback and stop that fanboy stuff. So I'm evaluating Tua. And I'm looking at all his film. Week after week after week. I'm like, dang, everything is perfect. This kid is just lighting people up. There's some things I see that I'm like, but that's nitpicky. I don't care about that. He completing the ball. I don't care that the guy got to slow down to catch it. I don't care that the placement wasn't accurate. I mean, he caught it. That's accuracy in my book, right? I don't care about the little things. He's balling out. But around like the third game, I was like, man, I'm not watching this crap no more. I said, let me just go find all the ranked teams he's played. So I went to each time. He only played 7 ranked teams in his career. I did all the research. on Tua Tagovailoa. And how I know I was unbiased? Because I didn't know who he was. I didn't care. I didn't learn nothing about the QB school and all of that until way later. So I said, I don't want to see him keep playing these scrubs, Appalachian State and crap like that. I don't want to see none of that. I need to see him against real competition so I can really, see how he is, because this is like a Pop Warner versus an NFL team, what I'm watching every week. Alabama playing all these scrubs. So here we go. I do my research. They played 7 ranked teams. Vanderbilt twice. But they played 7 ranked teams in his career, right? At least up until the point where I was watching, because he had some more stuff after that, and I just kept evaluating. So I went and watched those 7 games. I didn't get much film. I found QB studies of Tua Tagovailoa in this game, that game. I didn't know how people got raw film of college, but I was watching some of that, and I had to watch some of the highlights. I was doing stuff like that. And when I was done watching Tua Tagovailoa in those 7 games, this is what I discovered. Without even knowing the kid or having any biasness. I said, so here's my thing about Tua. In the 7 games that were ranked, his level of play definitely dropped. He still looked good, but it definitely dropped. He was a 10 out of 10 every week. Against these teams, I was seeing a 7.5 out of 10, but that's still good. But it dropped. And I was like, why did it drop? Well, you got tougher defenses. These are the only games he really threw interceptions in. Tougher competition. These are the only games he threw interceptions in, just about. And here are the on-the-field things that I saw about Tua. I saw him with a perfect O-line. I saw him with the best receivers in the nation. I just saw perfection around him. But I couldn't ignore 80% of the passes this man threw were not in stride. Somebody on a go route, they beating a man by 20 freaking feet. They got to slow down, got it, still able to run in the end zone. It's all good because it's a score. Nobody think about the fact that the guy had to slow down. Coming across the middle, guys running, they catch it, but they reaching back. It has to reset their feet. Luckily, they got so much separation, they got to keep going. Tua always went to his first read in college, especially against the best competition. Back to pass, looking straight at the safety. Comes right where he already knows he wants to go. Almost like he's going to throw the ball even if it's not open, because he's not even paying attention to whether it's open or not. It's just textbook practice. Look at the safety, and my guy should be here on the slant. Bam. I look as I'm throwing. Like literally simultaneously, he's not looking at the safety, looking to see if it's there. Yes, it's there. Go. He's looking at the safety and bam, and it's always there because he's playing with the best receivers. It's practice on the field for them. And I'm like, this ain't really reading defenses. He's manipulating safeties, but he's not reading the field. He automatically knows where he wants to go. Go look at the national championship throw. He looks right, cocks back, and throws the game winner to the left. He never even looked over there before he threw it. And it was like, oh. And then I came out on the next panel and I said, what I found with Tua is he has the most flawless mechanics in college football. And what I mean by mechanics, his ability to look at safeties, to drive a defense that way and go. But I said there's problems in those mechanics. The fact that when he comes back, whether the guy is open or not, he's going to throw the ball. He is a one-read quarterback. People think that when he stares at the safety, he's looking at one read already. No, he's just using his manipulation to go to the guy. This is what I found. And it didn't make me right. This is just what I thought about watching his film from college. He's a one-read quarterback because it's always there. And anytime they take away the first read, he flusters. He flusters. And every time he gets out of that pocket and fluster, he threw picks in college, threw it in the ground, overthrew it. Those were his worst plays. But here was the issue. It didn't happen much. Teams didn't take away his first read much. The very itty-bitty few times they did, he looked horrible. See, it's like having 9 phenomenal plays and 1 horrible. The horrible don't mean nothing then. It never even existed. But that was the problem playing for Alabama. When a team rarely does what you ain't good at, you look horrible, but nobody cares because everybody has 1 out of maybe 6 bad plays. And it's nothing. So I concluded that my evaluation of Tua Tagovailoa pre-draft was incomplete. And I said that on my streams back then. They said, why are you saying incomplete? Because first of all, the flaws that I notice, he doesn't even have a large enough sample size of those situations for me to know that those are true problems of his. But every time he's in those situations, it is a problem. But I don't have a large enough sample size to say that he's just trash in those areas. But the one thing that I can conclude, he is a one-read quarterback because I have never seen him really of course, I've seen him here. See, this is the thing. They think this is reading the defense. First read not there and he don't throw it. Oh, improv, like, oh my gosh, let me get out of here. Oh, I see somebody. Bam. They think that's reading the defense. Look, TD, he went to his second read. No, he was flustered and like looking for somebody. He went like, guys that go through progressions. First read ain't there. A solid look at a second read. Shifting, it's not there. And now you looking sporadically. And you see somebody and you go. So you know what progressions are, who is really reading progressions. Tua has 0 experience reading progressions. Outside of this RPO format that says if the linebackers go underneath, you hit the slant. If the linebacker stays steady, you hit the out. If both of those are trapped, see if the wheel is there. Yeah, he reading the defense in that because it's simplified. Just read this one guy. Whatever he does, go to the opposite. It should be there. He has no experience reading defenses. He has no experience processing the levels of the field. He is a one-read guy as far as he gets from a level of success. And that is something I knew from a definitive. So here I am introducing all this brand new information on the roundtable. For the first time, y'all, I went and studied Tua Tagovailoa. This is my assessment. After I gave my assessment, TD, you're ridiculous. You don't know what. That's when the debate started. That's when the drama started on the channel. That was the origin of the debates and the drama. Just me going to do some research and coming up with my own opinion, stating that opinion didn't make me right or wrong. And that's where all of this started on this channel, from the debates. Fast forward a month after that. No, fast forward to when they lost the big game. I think it was a national championship. The defenders in front of the whole world on the stage says, yeah, we knew how to beat Tua Tagovailoa. All we had to do is send pressure, take away his first read, and we'd frazzle him. And also, if he looks right, don't fall for it. He's probably going back the other way. He's a one-read guy. The freaking players of Clemson came on the stage and said that. After the national championship game or whatever game that was, they lost the big game and said that's how we knew we were going to beat him. And I said, I told y'all this was my evaluation of him. No, TD, he just hating, blah, 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 blah. And it just went on and on and on. Now here we are in the NFL. They had to dumb down the offense because he can't process all three levels of the field. He can't read defenses. Ball placement is still an issue. Guys catching from behind, jumping off their feet, overthrow, underthrow. A lot of one read, hike, tight end flat, bam. Quick slant to Parker. You know you one read when you hike the ball, you go like that to Waddle or Parker, and you wait and you throw it in. Y'all seen plenty of that this year. You can't tell me at least twice a game you see him throw a slant to Waddle or Parker or Gesicki where he looked like he gonna throw, he hesitates, he like, hurry up and clear. Like he waiting on the guy ain't open when he was supposed to be, so I'll wait till he is instead of going to the next read. None of y'all can deny that. Please tell me, tell me I'm wrong. All of us have seen it at least twice a game. He'll look at a read, want to go. It ain't open, but he's slanting, so eventually, hopefully, he'll clear. Got him. Holding on the ball, waiting on it to happen. And sometimes he got sacked or hurried doing that crap. We all watch the same games. We see this stuff. But immediately from day one after my evaluation, not even knowing the kid, just giving a raw evaluation, and I was incomplete because I said it ain't a large enough sample size to know that this is a long-term issue. It's not, but this is what I'm seeing. And he can improve in these areas maybe because it's a small sample size. So maybe if he's thrusted into a pro-style format, he can show me that he can do it all the time. So I don't know, but these are the issues. Bro, you don't know football. Yeah, you definitely don't know college football because your evaluation is total opposite. Every analyst in the world say the opposite of what you're saying. Because all analysts hype these quarterbacks coming out. His accuracy. They go down a sheet of paper. This is what analysts do on TV when it's college time. Tua Tagovailoa, 70% completion. So he's accurate. Let's give him the accuracy trait. All right. All these touchdowns, a good command of the offense. There's certain things that they see 70% completion, high touchdowns. There are certain things they automatically write. Accurate, reads the levels of the field, blah, blah, blah. They just write these things down without even watching the film. It's like if your offense is that explosive, you automatically can do this, that, and this. Everybody out here giving them these evaluations, and I'm like, who am I? I'm just a guy who looked at it myself and got my own opinion. Don't make me right, but hey, this is going to be a learning experience for me of why I'm wrong. And sure enough, all these things start rearing their head one by one by one after another, after another, after another. And then the juggernaut hit when he got hurt. When he got hurt, and I was like, oh, we definitely not drafting this man. We would be the dumbest franchise of all time to, and let me tell you what's even crazier about it. This is what they won't tell y'all. When I first gave my evaluation of Tua and they were already calling me a hater when I didn't even know the kid, I said the reason why I said I wouldn't draft Tua in the top 10, top 8 or something like that. I said anything after 8, yeah, I may pick him. I may get him after 8. That was my evaluation. I said I wouldn't draft him in the top 8. There's 8 players that I would draft in front of him, even if they don't turn out. There were 8 players I would draft in front of Tua Tagovailoa in that draft. I said after that, okay, you take the chance with him. They say, why wouldn't you draft him in the top 8? I said, number 1, the injury. Number 2, there's too many unknowns. All this stuff y'all say he good at, when I watch film, I don't know, because he looks bad in those areas, but it's such a small sample size because he's not put in those situations much. He didn't get pressure much in college. But when I saw him get pressure in the first read taken away, he looked like trash. And then a guy comes on the podium from another team say, all we got to do is send pressure and take away the first read. And we knew we could beat him. And I said, that's a formula of beating him. They did it, but I'm still not going to say that's how you beat him because it's still a small sample size. That's just y'all against all them games he played. But I start seeing it in those ranked games. But some of the ranked games, they'll play better coverage, but it still won't be a pass rush. Or there'll be a pass rush, but the guy's still wide open. So it was hard to really say definitively these were the things he struggled in. I just know in a perfect situation where they sent the pressure and took away the first read, he was trash. And I concluded saying his evaluation is incomplete, and that injury, I wouldn't take a chance on him until after the 8th pick. And I got labeled the Tua hater. And ever since that day, I've been fighting what I saw on film pre-college. Now who's fighting with me? Now who's arguing about the intangibles that we saw from Tua? Now who's arguing it? Now it's just you're a hater and you don't believe in him and you should give him a chance. They're not arguing the intangibles anymore. Y'all notice that, right? People don't argue with me about the intangibles anymore because my point's been proven. Now it's just you're a hater and you should give him a chance and blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Ice Cold Kane with the donation, said you're spot on. He threw a pick 6 early in the game. Clemson figured him out. And they came on the podium and gloated about it in front of the whole nation after the game. Where you think Denver got that from? Take away the first read, send the pressure. The Raiders deployed the same thing. Take away the first read, send the pressure. We talk about his rookie year, y'all. Same thing. And it showed he don't read defenses. Then you got that guy that's been doing film study for 50 years that coaches rely on. I forgot his name. He came out this year and was like, man, when you watch Tua's film, you already know where his weaknesses are. He can't read the defense. He can't read the 3 levels of the field. His ball placement is spotty. Said all the same things. And every time you show somebody this, oh, y'all haters. So I got the hater tag early on before I even knew Tua to even care to hate. Yeah, Greg Cosell, thank you. I got the hater tag before some of y'all even know. So it's something that over time I just embrace because I realize I'm not really arguing with Dolphin fans. I'm arguing with Alabama fans that have convinced a lot of Dolphin fans, though. But we don't have football arguments anymore. You notice that? The only thing they want to talk about now is what's around Tua that nobody wants to. That's why I've been asking that same question lately. And I shut everybody up and nobody got nothing to say. Talk to me about the plays where the pocket is clean and the receiver is open and he overthrows, underthrows, or don't even throw it at all. That's all I want you to tell me about. But I can't even get one answer from nobody. Nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about what he can control. And if he would convert 50% of those, I ain't asking him to be perfect. If he could convert 25% of those, we would be in the playoffs right now. 25% of those, we'd be in the playoffs right now. Somebody said he did okay to me. I'm just saying, when has okay been good enough? You see what I mean? I'm just saying. And that's why I told you he'll never be a bum. When you sum up his whole season, he did okay. If you want to be hypercritical, he struggled. But the overall general sense is he did okay. But when has that ever been good enough? When has that ever been good enough? And that's what the Miami Dolphins are faced with right now. And what people don't realize is I hope Tua, if we say we keep Tua next year, right? I mean, I hope he comes out and lights it up. I hope we got a system that can allow him to light it up. I hope we got a system where I hope he makes the improvements where he does light it up. And I hope he's consistent with it because he showed us that he can do things, but he's never been consistent. He's consistently inconsistent. And in this league, the one thing you have to do is at least be consistent on the things you do well. And I'm going to tell y'all, the system we're in right now, he can look successful, but it's not success. The system he needs to be in, we ran it 3 times this year. He looked like trash. He looked like trash. Saints, Tennessee, and that second Buffalo game. They had to open up the offense. They had to open up the offense. The Saints, Tennessee, and the Buffalo game. The second one. We won one of those games, the Saints. But those were the games where they opened up the offense a little and got out of that RPO and went a little bit more pro style, and he looked bad. So he needs to focus on that. And what I don't like is they need to hurry up and figure out their coach so that they can hurry up and figure out what type of offensive system we're going to run. Because if they're going to stick with Tua, he need to get it as soon as possible. And please don't let it be the RPO. Because it's going to make him look successful, but we're not going to have success. And I explained that to y'all last night. 4-yard pass, 4-yard pass, incomplete is a punt. Or 4-yard pass, 4-yard pass, 4-yard pass, first down. 4-yard pass, 4-yard pass, 4-yard pass, first down. 10-yard pass, 4-yard pass, first down. 4-yard pass, incomplete, punt. Look at all that success. He only had 1 incompletion, but we still punted on the drive. That's all I'm trying to explain to y'all. When you start at the 25-yard line with this type of offense, you need at least 4 first downs to get in field goal range. You need 4 first downs to get in field goal range. That can be 7 out of 8 passing, but that 1 incompletion could have meant the punt. That's what this offense is. And that's a problem. You got to stretch this offense and get big chunk plays in the NFL here and there. But he don't look good in that format. So time will tell. We'll see what they do with the coaching, the quarterback position, and we'll see how we end up this year. I'm about to get up out of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. TD's so sad because TD's so sad. Peeps call being critical is hate. They need to look in the mirror and realize to call one a hater is being hateful. Yeah, but that's the new scapegoat out here. When you can't have an intelligent conversation or an intelligent argument, you say you're a hater. You're hating. Because they can't have an intelligent, articulated argument to why the other person's wrong. All right. But I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Fins up, y'all. Peace. I am out. I think Finside the NFL might be live right now, too, just so you know. If you tune into them, go over there and say TD sent you. See y'all later. Peace. I'm out.